Thanks for joining my channel again. This is Nikki Lachey. This is a video on getting ready with me featuring the HIPDOT SpongeBob collection. So these are the materials that I use minus the normal foundation and everything, but this look, I'm excited. So first things first, I used just a drugstore primer. You guys can get that, just an eye primer. I had already did my eyebrows off camera. So I'm just putting on some eye primer to make sure that the look lasts and stays and, you know, just lasts all day. So here I'm just putting on some Airspun powder to kind of stop all the oils and everything that'll be on my face, because I want this look to last all day. And as you see, I'm going into my Morphe 24A Artist Palette, and I'm going to take that brown color and put it all over my lid and use it as a transition color for this poppin' green glitter smoky eye that I'm doing. And I'm using a normal blending brush. I believe it's the Morphe blending brush, but Wet n Wild has them. You can use drugstore versions. It really doesn't matter. Just any type of fluffy blending brush. So next I'll be using the NYX Jumbo Pencil. It's in kind of like a dark shimmery blue. I got this tip actually from doing a smoky eye class with Makeup by Z. She has a Better Than YouTube series basically teaching about makeup and things. So I did a smoky eye course with her, and she suggested that we use this pencil for a base. Guys, it is amazing. It blends so smoothly. It's not expensive, and it really helps bring out that darker color. So when you guys see that I'm putting this blue down now, but once I put that green eyeshadow on top, it is going to pop. It is going to stand out. Yeah, shout out to Z, because these things are amazing. And as you guys see here, I'm just going back in with that blending brush into that brown color. And it's literally a game of going back and forth, trying to make sure that that transition color is still there, but making sure that that smoky eye still stands out. So I'm going into my BH Cosmetics palette. I'm not sure which one, it's just the palette that I use. And I'm getting that darker green color. Can you guys see how much that color stands out compared to that base? With that base, it really helps, especially with doing a green on a brown. That base really helps that color stand out. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth between greens and blending out that transition with that brown, and just making sure that it looks all blended. It's going to take some time, but just make sure that blend is right, girls, okay? And as you see here, I'm going in with just a clean blending brush to blend out those colors as well. I didn't want to pick up any more products because I had enough. You want to go a little and then build up. If you put too much, it'll be harder to fix. So just take your time and build it up.
I could really use a change of scenery. Yeah. Everybody smoking all the greenery. Yeah. Close the match 'cause they were handed down to me, but I'm still fly.
So here I'm using my elf glue and then a blue and green glitter. I mixed those together to give some dimension. I'm just using my finger to put the glitter glue on, and then I'm using that flat brush that we use to apply the green eyeshadow to apply that glitter. So you just put on as much or as little as you like until you get to your desired density.
So right now, say it with your chest now, say it with your chest now. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time, it's my time, it's my time to ride it. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me.
So liquid liner is just one of those things that either you get right or you just have to fix it. So I already knew when I started doing my line that this would not be a perfect day. So I used my Morphe concealer and my Morphe flat concealer brush just to clean that up, and I'll blend it out. And I did it for both eyes just to clean up that wing, because you want that wing to be crisp. And yeah, so then you just blend that out. And I did it to both eyes.
I'm still fly, let's go. It could all be words, I could be a hater like you. It could all be words. Clothes to make the man, but that poison's gonna kill you. From the inside out, it's time to say it with your chest.
So I'm attempting a double liner. So I'm using my NYX Vivid in like a neon green liquid liner to just go over right on top of that black. This is also something, like I said, sometimes the liner will be perfect and you don't have to fix it, and sometimes you do. But with this technique, I'm always able to go back in. I can go back over if I mess up on the green and put black liquid liner over it, or vice versa. So you just have to play with it. So as you see here, I'm just cleaning it up, and I did that to both eyes.
It's my time to ride it out. It's your time. Oh, if you're on the bus, say yeah. Yeah. If you're on the train, say yeah. Yeah. If you gotta walk, say yeah.
So here I'm just using my Maybelline Fit Me Plus foundation with the flat foundation brush. When you first put it on, the color does look like it doesn't match me, but once I blend it out and actually highlight and contour, it fits perfectly. Sometimes with foundation, certain parts of your skin will fit right off bat with you just putting it on. Then other times you really have to work some magic. With this specific color, I usually use two, but I only had one on hand, so I had to do what I had to do.
Can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to ride it out. It's my time. It's my time.
So here I'm using my Wet n Wild setting spray to just spray all over so that I can blend out that foundation. And I'm using a foam blending wedge. These things are amazing. I would definitely consider using them if you're a big blending sponge fan. They're easy to be used and you can throw them away, and they're very cheap. Here I'm using my drugstore concealer, the best concealer ever, LA Girl Cosmetics. And then I use two different colors. I go like maybe 2 shades lighter than me, is what I'm doing now. And then I go in with a lighter concealer and go more so in towards my eyes so that can give me a little more gradient effect. And I love how that makes my highlight look. So after you blend that out, you just take your Airspun powder and put it everywhere that you use concealer. You can use as little or as much as you want. I don't like my concealer to crease, so I try to put a good amount, especially in the areas where I know that I tend to sweat or my face will crease before the end of the night. So here I'm just using a contouring brush and contouring right above under my cheekbones, where the little dent is. You guys see I'm sucking in my face because that's how you kind of find out where you need to contour. And I'm using the darker shade in the BH Cosmetics blush and contour palette. And I also contour around my chin to make my chin look smaller. We don't need no double chins. And around my head, just to bring some more darker coolness to my face, if that makes sense. Because we highlighted so much, we don't want to be out here looking casket sharp. A lot of people don't talk about they don't want to look casket sharp. This is a way not to look casket sharp, honey. So here I'm using that same palette with a smaller brush to contour my nose. This is how you make your nose look snatched. I don't really have a huge nose, but that contour does give it a little bit of, you know, snatchness. So after I used that small brush, I went back in to blend out that contour with the contour brush that I use for the rest of my face. And it looks like I'm being heavy-handed, but it's really gentle. I'm just blending that out. And then I went back in with my Airspun powder to re-highlight or go over that concealer for my nose, and also give a slight highlight under my contour so that my contour looks crisp and clean. So after I did my liner, I'm just getting all that excess glitter off of my eyelashes, and I'm getting rid of this remaining setting powder. I personally like to go over with my Fit Me powder and my complexion first and just pat the powder in so that, you know, my face doesn't crease and that it's packed in. And then I like to wipe away any excess, which you guys can see me doing here. So here you guys see me using an eyeliner brush to put on my lash glue. Some people put the glue on the lashes. I do both. I feel like it's easier for the lash to stick to my eye and me to get it in the right place if I put it on as an eyeliner first. So I do that, I let it get tacky, and then I use a mirror to put on my lashes. So this is where I had the pleasure of using the HIPDOT SpongeBob collection. First, I used the Sandy Cheeks blush and bronzer. I used the Real Techniques blush brush, and I just took a little bit of both colors all on my brush and put them, where you would normally put your brush on your little cheeks and stuff. I would say for blush, I don't use a lot because a little goes a long way. So even the little bit I put on, I went in with my powder brush, as you guys see me doing, and blend that out. But I think this palette is amazing. Next, I use the Sandy Cheeks highlight palette. I'm going to show you guys the swatches. They are very pigmented. So if you're a huge highlighter, these would be great for you. I personally love a good highlight, but I'm not an over highlighter. But for the purpose of this video, I had to give you guys the highlight, okay? So just bear with me. I had to give you guys all of that. Do you see that pigment? Do you see how that pops? Yes, guys, this palette is everything. So here I'm just going in with a makeup wipe to wipe off any excess makeup or powder that got on my lips. I had did a sugar scrub right before this video, so my lips were ready to go, and I had a little lip balm on them as well. I'm using the HIPDOT SpongeBob Trio Lip Gloss collection. As you see, I'm doing a swatch. That pink color, you know, just a normal little pink tinted lip gloss. The blue sort of looks more clear as you put it on, and that gold gives you a real shimmer. Here I'm using the Bikini Bottom eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use that top pink color to line my lips. As you guys saw in the previous video, I love using eyeshadow to line my lips. I love liner as well, but if you don't have that liner and you want to get a specific color, why not use your eyeshadow palette? It has several uses. So I just used a lip brush and went around my lips with that liner, and then I went in with that pink lip gloss, and then I'm going to go in with that gold until I get the effect that I am looking to get. So now it's time for me to tame this hair, honey. So I had just did a wash and set, and I had did my top hair in a bun. So now, because of shrinkage, I just went in with some water and sprayed it on my hair to make it a little more manageable. And I put on my earrings because I look like a dude without one. So I'm using my wide tooth comb just to kind of stretch out my hair and basically bring my curls out a little more so my hair doesn't look as short. And then I'm using Edge Booster. This edge control has done magic for me personally. When I tell you guys, it makes sure my edges stay fleeky, and I'm natural, like my hair will curl at any drop of sweat or humidity, and this edge control literally does wonders, and it lasts me all day if I'm not doing any strenuous activities. So I would definitely suggest for my natural girls, look at these edges, baby. This edge control is life, and it's simple. You can get it at the drugstore. No more than 10, like I think it's less than $10. So definitely a good investment.
Cause I'm falling in the snow, it's getting knee deep. You make some kind of fire within me. It's almost like it's burning through my skin.
And that's all for me. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you have any other video ideas, please let me know. Thanks, loves.